Hello there, this is Chris from Blast Process, and this is Kerbal Space Program. Now, as you can see, just docking a new piece onto this ship. Now there is a problem with this, and well, you'll see it in just a moment after I've finished docking this. But what's happened is the way I've built the ship, it's kind of all in a big long line, and it's incredibly unstable. I think it's because I've put too many SAS units on, and they're all pointing in different directions. But there we go, it's docked. So what's going to happen is I'm going to start just using the controls to wobble it, and you'll see it just kind of goes into a uncontrollable shake. Obviously the engine on the front, you don't want that running. But what happens is, there you go. Now that's me actually trying to move it there. And now I'm not moving it now, that's doing that all on its own. But things get even worse once you enable the SAS, because it just kind of, well, it's hard to explain it, I don't know, it just kind of overcompensates to try and fix it, and then it gets worse and worse and worse, and eventually the whole thing just shakes itself apart. And obviously with this new piece on the front, it's even worse. There you go. As you can, now I'm not pressing anything there. That's doing that all on its own. Yeah, it is absolutely shocking. Wobbling all over the place. Now you can turn the SAS off, and it will eventually come to a halt, but it takes a long time. And the biggest problem, there you go, it's going side by side now. I never even started it moving sideways. I was just using up and down. But basically I'm not even finished yet, I've probably got more modules. And then you can't use time acceleration to fix the problem like you usually do, because the ship, there we go, and then when you finally do get to use time compression, it creates all these clipping problems. Now, most of the time it's fine, you just re-enable regular speed and everything clicks back into place, but sometimes the ship will just go flying apart in space when you re-enable time there. This time was okay though. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to scrap this ship. The biggest problem is I don't want to lose all the crew. Now I could just start a new game, but I'm not going to. So I think I'm going to bring this ship in and actually try and land the thing on Kerbal, not on Duna, which is where it was originally going to be sent to. So yeah, as you can see, things are a bit awkward. Trying to spin it round. So obviously this is trying to be done on a much smaller scale. Imagine trying to get this thing to another planet. I mean, the engine's just shakes all over the place, and yeah, so it's just not gonna go well for me. I already have ideas for a better design. One where the entire central structure, instead of it being, I mean in this case it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces all attached together. The one I've got an idea for is that it's just one long central strut with all the other pieces attached off the strut. So it might, even if it does start to wobble like that, it will the central strut won't be flexing in the same way that that one is. All the pieces off the side might start bending, but the central strut will stay stable, and that is, there you go. How stable is that? So yeah, so I'm just going to bring it in for a re-entry, and then I can recover all the crew. Oh, it's getting worse. Now it's designed to re-enter into Duna's atmosphere, which is a lot thinner. You can get a lot lower very fast. I've got no idea whether or not this is going to survive a Kerbal landing. It should do. Whether or not it'll smash apart on impact, I've got no idea though. Because landing on Duna, everything just bounces without braking because of the gravity being so low. So I'm going to bring it in over the water, I think. If I can see where the water is. All over the place. I think, yeah, the water's in there somewhere. Oh, if you can see, if you look there, you can already see how off-centre. I mean, look at me flying all over the place, losing control completely there. I mean, if you were trying to go to another planet like that, it'd be impossible. You'd just completely miss the planet. You'd end up overshooting by millions of miles. So this is never going to happen. This is, and I've not even finished building it yet. I mean, I had another 3 modules planned to fit onto the front of that. So it'd have been just like a, I don't know. It just never would have made it. It's just absolutely shocking, isn't it? Right, well, anyway, I'll be back once it's ready to actually re-enter. But for now, it's, well, it's all over the place. Okay, so as you can see, I'm coming in for re-entry now. Getting close. I'm going to start detaching all the different pieces that I'm not needed. Because obviously this whole thing was going to wasn't all going to come in together anyway. There was going to be pieces remaining in space, but you know, I'm going to re-enter the whole thing just to get rid of it all. Yeah, as you can see, it does not like this. The frame rate has dropped quite badly here. I think it's at about, let's see, it's 12 frames per second. That's pretty shocking. It's dropped by about another 10 once it started to re. Oh, there goes the solar panels. There is, let's see how many men are on board. There is 6, 12. There's about 20 Kerbals on board this, so I'd like to try and actually save them all. I think although with it being in sandbox mode, I think even if they do die, I think you can still get them back. Although I don't know, I've never had a Kerbal actually die for me before in sandbox mode. Not without being able to just restart the mission anyway. None of the important ones are on board. Jebediah, Bill and Bob, they were all going to head up on later missions, so it's just sort of regular guys at the moment. I'm going to wait till I get through this fast re-entry part once the fire goes down to start activating the parachutes, and I'll show you the sequence that I would have been using. The plan is fire every parachute off at once to bring the drogue chutes anyway. That will slow us down. There you go. Activating autopilot again. Made that mistake. The reason for those autopilot modules, sorry, all those SCS modules is important. So there goes the chutes. And what I was going to do is, as I was coming in sort of so horizontally, obviously on curbing you go from horizontal to vertical very quick. The idea was to jettison each module one at a time to try and bring some space between them so they don't all land on top of each other. But obviously this goes to vertical very quickly, so they're all going to end up coming down one on top of the other. And then the rovers would then pick them all up. As long as you don't move more than about 2.5 kilometers away from each other, they don't despawn. So there goes the first 2 and the second 2. And then quickly find them. There they are. So obviously in this case you look, they're all coming down one on top of the other, but that wouldn't have happened on Duna. They would have all come down horizontally in a big long line. So yeah. As long as they stay within about 2.5 to 3 kilometers of each other, they don't despawn. So you should be okay normally. And there we are. As you can see, them two are clearly going to hit each other. If it was on Duna, they'd hit each other, probably break something, but here it's not that big a deal. The ones with the rovers on are a little bit heavier, so they're going to fall a little bit quicker. They do have engines though, the rovers, so I can edge this one out of the way a little bit, just so they don't all crash onto each other when they hit the ocean. The engines there are purely just to help the rovers attach on to the modules. Obviously on Duna I'd only need a quick spurt of engine, but here it's use half my fuel up just to shift out the way. So we're coming down. Hopefully everyone will survive. I don't know what's going to happen when they hit the water, if it's going to stay upright or if it's going to break apart. 6 meters a second, it's not that bad. I mean, I've landed going quicker. Oh, that's a weird effect. Oh, that was it. Oh. What happened there? Oh. So I've lost some pods there. They're all falling over and breaking up. Oh, I wonder if... Okay, that's a bit odd. I can't find it listing anyone's died. Oh, never mind. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start launch. I have got plans now. It's basically going to be the same system for the mission that you see here, but I'm going to launch them on all attached on separate strut. So I'm going to... It's taking a long time to load. I'm going to not narrate these videos. I'm just going to very quickly launch them up. I'm going to edit them down just to keep this video shorter, and then the next episode will hopefully be back to the point where I was this episode, but with a brand new ship, one that will hopefully work. And anyway, so I'll leave that to it. I'll start recovering all these, get all my crew back, and I'll see you next time.